There are 4 major obstacles to goal setting. Because everybody's heard about goal setting all their lives, why is it that everybody doesn't have goals? Here they are. A,
fear of failure. People are so afraid of failing if they set a goal for themselves that they don't accomplish, that they don't set any goals at all. In other words, they set themselves up for failure by avoiding failure. I think it was General Douglas MacArthur who said, "There's no security in life, only opportunity." And the only way you can guarantee failure is to be so afraid of failing that you don't try anything at all. So the second reason is fear of rejection. Fear of rejection is people are so afraid that other people will criticize them if they set a big goal, or they're feared that people will criticize them if they set a goal and don't accomplish it, but they don't set it at all. Now here's the key to the fear of criticism. And the key is very simple. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. Give it to yourself. If you set a goal, write it down quietly, share it with your spouse maybe, but don't tell anybody else. Show people, but don't tell them. That way, if you don't accomplish it, it doesn't matter because nobody knew about it. And what happens if you don't accomplish it, you just set the date back, and you set the date back until eventually you do. And then everybody will turn around and say how lucky you are. But don't tell other people. Now, here's the third reason why people don't set goals. They don't know how. You say, well, that's ridiculous. People don't know how. But here's the biggest mistake that we make. It's something that is so important in life, like goal setting, we think they already know how to do it. And I say to my audiences, I've said this for many years, and I'll say it to you, if you really know how to set goals properly, then you must be very wealthy. You must be a very successful person. Because if you're not a very successful person, if you're not doing extremely well in life, then something's wrong with the way you're setting goals. Because people who become accomplished, skilled goal setters inevitably accomplish an enormous amount in life. The great majority of people haven't been taught, and the great tragedy is that the great majority of people think they already know, so they don't try to learn. And finally, the last reason why people don't set goals is they don't understand the importance of goal setting. If you were raised in a family and you were never told at a young age how important, how vital, how indispensable goal setting is to your success, then you would have grown up without even understanding that goal setting was important. If you were raised in a family where people didn't talk about goals around the family dinner table, where the people you went to school with didn't have goals, when you went up to school and the teachers didn't have goals, you could get out of school, as I did, travel, be an adult, move around the world, and never know how important goal setting is. And you know that 97% of the population has no goals? 97% of people do not have written goals. They are just drifting. It's almost like driving down the road of life with your hands off the wheel and hoping that you don't go in the ditch, and yet knowing that it's inevitable. Most people's lives are just a series of haphazard and random events because they don't have goals.
I think there's 7 keys to setting effective goals, and only 3% of adults living today have ever gone through these 7 steps. When you sit down with a piece of paper and go through these 7 steps, you move yourself immediately into the top 3% in our society. And I can promise you this, from 30 years of experience, when you write down your goals using this simple system, you'll start to achieve things that you have never imagined possible before. Now here's the first step. It's clarity. Know exactly what you want. Know exactly what it is you want, irrespective of your current limitations, your current problems, your current responsibilities and obligations. Decide exactly what you want. This is the first and major responsibility that you have as an adult, is to decide what you want as an individual. Second of all, write it down. Write it down in as clear a detail as possible. Use as many words as possible. Sometimes you can write out 3 pages, 5 pages. I've known people who've written 50 pages to describe what their goals would be if they'd achieve them. The more clearly defined your goal is, the more rapidly it is accepted by your subconscious mind, and the more rapidly it begins to materialize in your world. The third step is to set a deadline on it. Be very, very clear about when you want to accomplish it. Be realistic, but even if you don't achieve your goal by the deadline, just set another deadline. If it's a really big goal, 3, 5, 10 years, then set sub-deadlines and narrow the deadlines down from 5 years to 1 year, from 1 year to 6 months, from 6 months to 3 months, 3 months to 1 month, 1 month to 1 week, and so on. And be very, very clear and keep tracking and measuring and tracking and measuring. Remember, what gets measured gets done. The fourth is to make a plan to achieve your goal. And a plan is merely a list of activities. Write your goal at the top of a page in the form of a question. say your goal is to earn a certain amount of money. You say, what are all the things that I could do to achieve this income goal? Question mark. And then write down at least 20 answers to your question. Write down every single thing that you could think of doing in the near future, in the midterm future, and the long-term future to achieve that goal. Number 5 is organize your plan in terms of priority and in terms of sequence. Write it out. Break it down. What do you have to do first? What would you do second? What would you do third? What is more important? What is less important? And what are the 1 or 2 things that you could do that if you did them really, really well would make the most difference in helping you achieve your goal? Now, the 6th part of achieving a goal, and this is terribly important, is to ask yourself, what must you be absolutely excellent at doing in order to accomplish this goal? Now, the final step, number 7, is to make 100% commitment to your goal and to take action. And to take action every single day. And no matter how many disappointments you have, no matter how many setbacks, no matter how many times you feel that you're not making any progress, you just pick yourself up, you rededicate yourself, and you resolve to persist until you succeed. In a study done on goal setting and goal achieving in New York a couple of years ago, they found that everybody who set very clear goals and wrote them down and made plans for their accomplishment, and they just kept at them until they achieved them, succeeded. The people who didn't succeed were the people who were either unclear at the beginning or were not persistent enough at the end. Many techniques can help you to achieve your personal and financial goals faster. I want to share with you a special method that has taken more people from rags to riches than any other single method ever discovered. It is simple, fast, effective, and guaranteed to work if you will practice it. This method I'm going to share with you can actually multiply your talents and abilities and greatly increase the speed at which you move from wherever you are to wherever you want to go. One of the most important mental laws is, whatever is impressed is expressed. Whatever you impress deeply into your subconscious mind will eventually be expressed in your external world. Your aim in mental programming is to impress your goals deeply into your subconscious mind so that they lock in and take on a power of their own. This method helps you to do that. Here's the technique. Get a spiral notebook that you keep with you at all times. Each day, open up your notebook and write down a list of your 10 to 15 most important goals without referring to your previous list. Do this every day, day after day. As you do this, several remarkable things will happen. The first day you write down your list of goals, you'll have to give it some thought and reflection. Most people have never made a list of their 10 top goals in their entire lives. The second day you write out your list without reference to your previous list, it will be easier. However, your 10 to 15 goals will change, both in description and order of priority. Sometimes, a goal that you wrote one day will not appear the next day. It may even be forgotten and never reappear again. Or it may reappear later at a more appropriate time. Each day that you write down your list of 10 to 15 goals, your definitions will become clearer and sharper. You will eventually find yourself writing down the same words every day. Your order of priority will also change as your life changes around you. But over time, after about 30 days, you will find yourself writing and rewriting the same goals almost every day. You will get far greater and faster results than those enjoyed by people who write their goals down only one time. Your results will double and triple and increase 5 and 10 times as you use the same power of goal setting that we have discussed earlier. But now you'll be writing your goals down every single day. There are some special rules that you must follow to get the most out of this exercise. First, you must use the 3P formula. Your goals must be written and described in the positive, present, and personal tenses. Your subconscious mind is only activated by affirmative statements phrased in the present tense. Instead of saying, I will earn $50,000 in the next 12 months, you would say, I earn $50,000 per year. To add power to your daily written goals, put a deadline at the end of each goal. For example, you might write, I earn an average of $5,000 per month by December 31st, followed by the particular year. Your mind loves deadlines and thrives on a forcing system. When you begin writing your goals, you may have no idea how they will be accomplished. But this is not important. All that matters is that you write and rewrite them every day in complete faith, knowing that every single time you write them down, you are impressing them deeper and deeper into your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind works 24 hours a day, like a massive computer that is never turned off, to help bring your goals into your reality. Almost without your doing anything, your goals will begin to materialize in your life, sometimes in the most remarkable and unexpected ways. All that is required to make this method work for you is to get a spiral notebook and then to discipline yourself each day to write down your 10 goals in the positive, present, personal tense. That's all you need. In a week, a month, or a year, you will look around you and see that your whole life will have transformed in the most remarkable ways. You can multiply the effectiveness of this method with a couple of additional techniques. First, there are 2 times of the day that are ideal for writing and rewriting your goals. These are the last thing in the evening before you go to bed and the first thing in the morning before you start off. When you rewrite and review your goals in the evening, you program them into your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind then has an opportunity to work on your goals all night long while you are sleeping. You will often arise with wonderful ideas for things to do or people to call to help you to achieve your goals. When you rewrite and review your goals in the morning before you start off, you set yourself up for positive thinking and positive acting all day long. Just as physical exercise in the morning warms up your physical body and muscles, reviewing your goals in the morning warms up your mind and prepares you to be at your best throughout the day. You possess and have available to you virtually unlimited mental powers. The average person is unaware of these powers and fails to use them for goal attainment. That is why his or her results are only average. Your ability to visualize is perhaps the most powerful faculty that you possess. All improvement in your life begins with an improvement in your mental pictures. You are where you are and what you are today largely because of the mental pictures that you hold in your conscious mind at the present time. You have been using the power of visualization continuously throughout your life. But the problem is that most people use visualization in a random and haphazard way, sometimes to help themselves and sometimes to hurt themselves. Your goal should be to take complete control of the visualization process and be sure that your mind and mental images are focused continually on the things that you want to have and the person that you want to be. In essence, you control the molding and shaping of your own personality and character by the mental images that you dwell upon hour by hour and minute by minute. In professional athletics, there's a training method called mental rehearsal. Top athletes in every field today mentally rehearse their events before they go into active competition. They see themselves performing at their best prior to every event. For many days and hours prior to a major competition, they practice visualizing themselves performing over and over again. Figure skaters, for example, will play the music to their skating routines over and over again while they sit, deeply relaxed, eyes closed, imagining themselves skating on the ice. One of the benefits of skating in their minds is that they never fall or make a mistake during this process of mental preparation. They see themselves skating their routines perfectly, over and over again, before they actually go onto the ice. By this time, their subconscious minds have been trained to take them through their routines smoothly and gracefully. Your physical body has no mind of its own. The slightest movement of your fingers or toes is controlled by your central computer, your brain. It is your mind that sends impulses of nerve energy down your spine and throughout your body to your muscles to coordinate your physical activities. When you visualize, you actually train your master computer. You program your mind with the performance that you want your body to carry out. There are 4 parts of visualization that you can learn and practice to assure that you use this incredible power to its best advantage all the days of your life. The first aspect of visualization is frequency. Frequency refers to the number of times that you visualize a particular goal as achieved, or yourself performing in an excellent way in a particular event or circumstance. The more frequently you repeat a clear mental picture of your very best performance or result, the more rapidly it will be accepted by your subconscious mind, and the more readily it will appear as part of your reality. The second element of visualization is the duration of the mental image. Duration refers to the length of time that you can hold the picture in your mind each time you replay it. When you deeply relax, you can often hold a mental picture of yourself performing at your best for several seconds, and even several minutes. The longer you can hold your mental picture, the more deeply it will be impressed into your subconscious mind, and the more rapidly it will express itself in your subsequent performance. The third element of visualization is vividness. There is a direct relationship between how clearly you can see your desired goal or result in your mind and how quickly it comes into your reality. When you set a new goal for yourself, your image or picture of this goal will usually be vague and fuzzy. You may have no idea at all what the successful goal will look like. But the more often you write it, review it, and repeat it mentally, the clearer it becomes for you. At a certain point, it will become crystal clear. At that point, the goal will suddenly appear in your world exactly as you imagined it. The fourth element of visualization is intensity. The intensity of a visualization refers to the amount of emotion that you attach to your visual image. In reality, this is the most important and powerful part of the visualization process. Sometimes, if your emotion is intense enough and your visual image is clear enough, your goal will come true immediately. Of course, the elements of frequency, duration, vividness, and intensity can help you or hurt you. Nature is neutral. The power of visualization is neutral as well. It is like a two-edged sword. It can cut in either direction. It can either make you a success or make you a failure. Visualization brings you whatever you vividly and intensely imagine, whether good or bad. For example, worry is a form of negative goal setting. It is the process of thinking about, imagining, and visualizing, combined with feelings of fear and anxiety, exactly those things that you don't want to happen. But, because visualization is neutral, when you worry, you are using this power in a negative way. Exactly those things that you don't want will be attracted into your life. In every area of your life, you can use visualization to make it better. As with goal setting, the two best times to visualize are late in the evening or early in the morning. When you visualize your goals as if they already existed before you go to sleep, your subconscious mind accepts them at a deeper and deeper level. It then adjusts your words and actions during the day so that you do and say more and more of those things that will make your goals into realities. Another time to visualize is first thing in the morning, before you start out. Clear mental images of what you want to accomplish during the day will make it far more likely that you achieve those results exactly as you imagined and on schedule. Start today to flood your mind with pictures of the person you want to be, the life you want to live, and the goals you want to achieve. Cut out pictures from magazines and newspapers that are consistent with your goals and desires. Post them everywhere. Review them regularly. Discuss them often. Imagine them continually. Make your life an ongoing process of positive visualization, continually imagining and visioneering your ideal goals and your perfect future.
tất cả mọi người đã trở lại với kênh của Bích Diễm. Thì hôm nay nhân dịp Chủ nhật thì cháu nó rảnh rỗi thì nó chở Diễm vào thăm một cái di tích lịch sử, một cái địa điểm tham quan nổi tiếng của tỉnh Quảng Nam, đó là quần thể tượng đài mẹ Việt Nam anh hùng. Thì nhân cái dịp này thì Diễm cũng xin mời tất cả mọi người cùng đón nghe và xem cái phong cảnh. Và Diễm xin gửi đến tất cả mọi người một cái bài hát về cái chủ đề quê hương của mình. Đó là một sáng tác nhạc của nhạc sĩ Giáp Văn Thạch, thơ của nhà thơ Đỗ Trung Quân, được mang tên Quê Hương. Quê hương là chung khế ngọt cho con trèo hái mỗi ngày. Quê hương là đường đi học, con về dập bướm vàng bay. Quê hương là con diều biếc, tuổi thơ con thả trên đồng. Quê hương là con đò nhỏ êm đềm khua nước ven sông. Quê hương là cầu tre nhỏ, mẹ về nó lá nghiêng tre. Quê hương là đêm trắng tỏ, hoa cau rụng trắng ngòi thêm. Quê hương mỗi người chỉ một, như là chỉ một mẹ thôi. Quê hương nếu ai không nhớ sẽ không lớn nổi thành người. Quê hương là chung khế ngọt cho con trèo hái mỗi ngày. Quê hương là đường đi học, con về dập bướm vàng bay. Quê hương là con diều biếc, tuổi thơ con thả trên đồng. Quê hương là con đò nhỏ êm đềm khua nước ven sông. Quê hương là cầu tre nhỏ, mẹ về nó lá nghiêng tre. Quê hương là đêm trắng tỏ, hoa cau rụng trắng ngòi thêm. Quê hương mỗi người chỉ một, như là chỉ một mẹ thôi. Quê hương nếu ai không nhớ sẽ không